Hello, fellow travelers. Welcome to today's show. If this is your first time, welcome to Right Recipe for Travel. And if you are returning, welcome back. I'm starting the new year off with some information that I think fellow travelers can use. Here's a question that so many people ask me. Cynthia, how are you able to travel so often? And I thought I would put together a list to let you know some of the ways that I earn money to travel. I'm all about saving and I'm all about reducing unnecessary costs. But that's not this video. This video is all about how to make more cheddar to go on your travels. Why don't you come along with me? So I'm going to jump right into it and give you the ways that I have been very successful at making money to go on my travel adventures. Now, at the time of this recording, yes, I do have a full-time 45, 50 plus hour a week job that I do Monday through Friday and other times when necessary. But that is the money that I really use to take care and manage of my personal household needs, to my givings at church and then my personal household needs. I prefer to get my travel money completely separate from that. And here are some of the ways that I've been able to do this. So I have a listing of ways, and the way I'm going to present them to you is kind of maybe the least to the greatest. And what do I mean by that? The ones that'll probably make you the least amount of money, but at the same token, they require the very minimal, least amount of effort, to the ones that require maybe a lot more effort, some consideration, some planning, but they pay the big bucks. So here we go. Number one on my list today is QMe. That's right, QMe. QMe is my absolute favorite survey site. Now don't flip off, please don't fast forward when you hear the word surveys, because QMe is different. So taking a look at QMe, there are so many different ways that you can earn money. But of course, the biggest way is through taking surveys. But these surveys are interactive and they're fun. Once you go in and create your profile, you let them know the things that you like to do or that you like to buy, and they try to tailor it to the things that you like. So the surveys are not this boring stuff about, you pick the boring stuff. It's not that. It's things that, you like to do. And the surveys are listed here based on, how long that it takes and how much money that you would earn. Now, I said in the beginning that this is from the least to the smallest. On QMe, you don't earn necessarily a lot per survey. Taking a look, some of them are, under $1, 50 cents, 75 cents, but there are some that are over $1 and there are some that are over $2. But also it lists right there next to it the time amount that it takes to do a QMe survey. And so you can base that on your time. And a lot of people say, this isn't worth it for me to make $1.25 or 75 cents. That's not the kind of money I'm trying to make. But I dare to give you this thought. What about when you're just sitting at home in between commercials, or when you're kind of bored, or when you don't have much that you're doing and you're just kind of sitting around, maybe looking at TikTok videos or Instagram reels or YouTube shorts? In between that time, why don't you do a quick survey and make $5? I was able to sit and pay for an entire trip, you heard me, with QMe. In between your routine activities that you're doing the day, sit down and take like 5, 15, 20, even 30 minutes a day and earn your money for QMe. I set out to do a challenge and I decided to do QMe every week and see how much I could actually earn. I was able to earn over $100 on QMe in 1 week, doing surveys just in my spare time. And remember, I work a full-time job. And then the evenings, like in between the commercials, when I was watching certain videos or watching TV, I was able to earn over $100. It's all in what you put into it. And the good thing about QMe is it doesn't take much effort, they're easy to do, and the earnings go directly into your account. But the biggest reason that I like QMe over almost any other site that gives you this opportunity to do surveys is because of the payout. QMe lets you pay out immediately. So many other survey sites, you have to have a certain amount, a threshold, before you can cash out. $10, $20, $50, $100. Well, how long does it take to get that? And a lot of times I get frustrated and say, forget it. If I only made $1 today, how long would it take me to get to this $50 threshold? Not with QMe. With QMe, you can cash out the minute you have earnings in your account. That's right. If you do a survey and you make a quarter, that quarter's yours. You can cash out. If you do QMe and you have $1.50 in your account, that's right. You can cash out. You can cash out at any amount with QMe, and that's one of the reasons why I like it above all the other surveys. So if you're interested in making some super easy change in your spare time that can certainly add up to hundreds of dollars, check out the link in the description below. This is my personal QMe link, and let me explain what will happen with this. If you sign up on this link below, my personal QMe link, when you do your first survey, you get an additional 50 cents that goes into your account just for signing up using my link. It helps you and it helps me. So check out the link in the description below for QMe. Number 2 on my list, it's a broad title, but I'm going to narrow it down. Mystery shopping. Mystery shopping. I have been a mystery shopper for so many years now. At one point, I was a single mom raising kids, and I just had to find a way to get any additional money that I could, but I didn't have a whole bunch of additional time. So I was looking for ways to earn money while I was out doing the things that I would do anyway. Grocery shopping, or getting gas, or going to a movie theater, getting my dry cleaning done, things of that nature. And that's when I found mystery shopping. So when you look at mystery shopping opportunities, there are so many. Just take a look, go on Google and type in mystery shop. You will get so many different companies that offer the opportunity to pay you for shopping and then giving a review. So in a nutshell, mystery shopping is you go in and you do not let anyone in the store or the facility know that you were there watching them or shopping them or monitoring them, and you shop like normal for whatever that product or thing might be it a car, a cruise, getting your toenails done, or groceries. You do your regular shopping, and then after you're finished, you go on their site and you list your review. You tell them the specifics. And a lot of mystery shops have specifics that they ask you. Maybe you just fill in their little answers, but you fill in your experience. Was it a good experience? Were they polite? Did they give you your receipt? Did they say hello and welcome? Things like that, and they pay you for it. And a lot of times, it's also a way for you to get free groceries and free travel because they pay you for what you've just done. Many a time in the past, I was able to get gas because it was free, because I was going to do it along with my mystery shopping. But one of my favorite mystery shopping companies is Movie Measure. I enjoy Movie Measure because, well, I'm a movie buff. I really enjoy going to see the movies. I enjoy going into the theaters, grabbing that popcorn, even the smell of the popcorn when you get in there, grabbing your drink, grabbing your special someone to go along with you, and enjoying a good movie. So when I looked onto Movie Measure, this is a theater mystery shop company. And I like Movie Measure because it's all done on your phone, right in the app. Movie Measure is so easy. You go in, you sign up, and there is a slight process where they test your phone and test your knowledge just to make sure that you are able to hear, because you use your phone to turn on the sound, and when the movies start, you just push the sound button and it actually captures the movie that is playing and it just downloads it. Like for instance, let's say you were there watching Avatar and the movie begins and you press in the app the sound button and the movie begins and it picks up the sound and then it says, is this movie Avatar? And you can put yes, no, and it's just so simple and so easy on the app the way they have it set up to go in. And with Movie Measure, you go in and do what's called theater screenings. You go in and you see how many people are in the theater. You see what time what do you call those? The previews start. Is the theater clean? How many seats were empty? I think I already said that. And then the reaction, the audience reaction. When a preview comes on, do people clap or laugh or is it completely silent? Those are the things that you're looking for with Movie Measure, and it's all done at the click of a button in the app. And then you're paid for it. So you're paid to go to the movie theater that maybe you were going to go to anyway. Now, you have to go on and there is some testing that you have to do, but it's very simple and easy. Just making sure that you can follow their rules, making sure that you can go in and use your cell phone, that your cell phone will pick up the signal. So Movie Measure, it's a great way to earn extra income, especially if you don't mind going to movie theaters. Very simple and very easy. Once again, I'll drop the link in the description below if you are interested in signing up for Movie Measure. Now, if you're interested in other mystery shopping opportunities to help get cash to get you on your travels, please let me know in the description link below. I have been a mystery shopper for so many years, and I can seriously give you the insight on the companies that pay the quickest, that pay the most, that make you do the most work, that offer you benefits. So let me know in the description link below if you're interested in a video about mystery shopping for cash. Number 3 on my list is Canva. I know you've heard about Canva, right? Canva is a graphic design platform. Oh my goodness, there's so much that you can do on the Canva website. If it's something that you need to create, it can be created, be it a spreadsheet, a presentation, a poster, a t-shirt, a book cover, a notebook, thumbnails for your YouTube video. If it needs to be designed and created, you can do it. A logo, you can do it on Canva. Now, how do I make money to travel on Canva? A couple of different ways. So this one, it goes hand in hand with another option called KDP, or Kindle Publishing. One of the ways that I make money with Canva is by creating low content books. I've created 3, and just if you're interested and want to purchase them and help out the channel or take a look, the link for those books will be in the description below. Check them out. So it's a very easy process to make low content books. You're like, what? Now you want me to be an author? It's not like that at all. It's so very easy. And if you take a look on YouTube, you will find video after video tutorials showing you how you can make very easy, low content books using Canva, and then going on the website using Kindle Publishing, KDP, through the Amazon affiliate, through Amazon. It's not a difficult task, I promise you. I learned how to do it overnight one time, maybe about an hour and a half of looking at a tutorial, going in, doing it, not liking how it looked, making a couple of edits, and there I had it. And then I was able to upload that onto the Amazon Kindle Publishing site. They give it a thumbs up, and then it went live. So it's very easy. Once again, if you would like a much more detailed video on how to make money with Canva and Kindle Publishing, drop me a comment below that you would like that type of video, because I can go ahead and show you a longer form of how to do that. But this is just the listing. That's one way that you can use Canva to make money on for your travels. Here's another way that you can use Canva to make money. You can create your own logos, designs, merchandise, and sell them on a shop. What am I talking about? Well, take a look. Right Recipe for Travel has a line of merchandise, and most of these were made with Canva. Canva has so many different interesting templates for you to create any type of design you want. If you're looking for art, if you're looking for, let's say you want to create a t-shirt or clothing, if you want to create hats or mugs or shower curtains, yeah, you can do that on Canva. Go through and take a look of the hundreds and thousands of different templates they have. And it's easy to navigate. It's large, colorful, easy for you to look at. This Canva website, it might seem a bit overwhelming at first. Take your time and go through and look. And it's so easy to do. Here, I was able to just create a new design at the blink of an eye. So here, for example, I was able to create this new design for our line of Right Recipe for Travel wear in less than 5 minutes. Now, of course, what do you do after you create this merchandise to sell? There are so many different print-on-demand companies that will easily take all of the hassle out of the way for you. What do I mean? You come up with your great design, and let's say it's for a t-shirt. So you go onto Canva and you come up with the design that you want to create on your t-shirt. And you're like, well, I don't want to stock t-shirts and ship t-shirts and hear complaints from customers. You don't have to. Pick a company to help you with that. Etsy is one that many people use. I use Teespring, but just take a look. Look up print on demand. There are different options that will help you. Once you have your design created, you just upload it to the site and go live. People go on, they look at your design, they look at your t-shirt or whatever it is that you have created, and they purchase it. And when you go on that site, it tells you how much for the price, it tells you how much your profit, and they do all the work. It's extremely easy. Now, there are several steps to this process. And once again, if you'd like a more detailed video on how to do this to make your money for travel, let me know. One thing I do have to mention about Canva, you can do this absolutely free. That's right. When you go on the Canva website, you can go on and make these creations, make this merchandise for free. But there also is a paid option. It's the Pro option. And with Pro, it offers you so much more. So many more designs and templates are available to you for Pro. And I did use the Pro account to design the merchandise for Right Recipe for Travel. But I can help you out with that. You will get 45 days free to try out Canva. And in 45 days, what could you create? Just think about it. I will drop my link right here in the description below. That will give you 45 days of a free trial to Canva, and you can try it out. And if you like it, then you can go ahead and subscribe to the Pro subscription. So take a look in the link in the description below. Before I get on to the next three, which are a little bit more intensive, but they have the option of paying a little bit more money, I want to throw in a bonus. Here's a travel bonus just for you. So here is the bonus, and that's why I have on my glasses, because I'm going to have to read this one. If you are a frequent Starbucks customer and you have Delta Sky Miles, you could possibly get your flights for free. What do? You can link your Delta Sky Miles card with your Starbucks rewards account. Once that is linked, you get 1 Sky Mile for every dollar that you spend on eligible purchases. So if you're a coffee drinker and go once, twice, 3 times a week, do you see how this can add up very quickly? And on the days when you have a scheduled flight on Delta, you earn double stars on eligible purchases. Eligible purchases, I couldn't spit that out, at Starbucks stores. So drink up and get your Delta flights for free. Getting back to how you can earn that money to go on your travels, the next one is teach English online. So this one is a little bit more time intensive, but it also pays a lot more money. There are many companies out there that are looking for native English speakers to teach English to their children. The majority of these companies are in Asian countries, and they're looking for you to be able to teach English. And because of the time difference, and of course it depends on where you live here in the United States, it's usually going to be either very early in the morning or late evening. For example, I live in the central time zone, and the majority of the students that I teach, or that I don't do that anymore now, but that I used to teach, would be like 5 o'clock in the morning, 6 o'clock in the morning, and 7 o'clock in the morning, because alternately it would be 5 p.m., 6 p.m. or 7 p.m. there in Asia, in the part of China, usually where I was teaching. But then also you teach the kids in the morning before they go to school, but you also teach them in the evenings when they come home, 7 p.m. Central Standard Time, 8 p.m., 9 p.m., 10 p.m., because that's early morning hours, and especially on the weekends. It's very structured. Each company is different. At one point, I was teaching for 5 different companies to teach English online. Though that was at one time my only job. That's what I was doing to bring in income. Each one is different. There is a testing process that you have to go through, because of course they want to test your English proficiency, and then of course you have to meet the standards of each one of those sites. So some of the ones that I taught for was a VIP Kid, Magic Ears, Palfish, and iTutor Group. With these companies, I made thousands, and I do want to repeat that. I made thousands of dollars a month teaching English online. Now, once again, I have to say, these are much more time intensive. You have to go on the individual websites. You need to apply for them. They then give you a time to do some testing. You have to show them and demonstrate that you're able to teach. Then you have to demonstrate you're able to manage their platform. And usually they're asking you to have what's called a TEFL, a TEFL, and that's teaching English as a foreign language. Some of the sites do want you to have a degree, but degrees are not necessary. If you have a degree, you are able to request more, of course, as income. And on these sites, I was making enough to pay the rent, the electric, the water, put the gas in the car, food. That was my job. So you can make a substantial amount of money teaching English as a foreign language to students, especially in the fields of Asia. They were mostly in Asia, but I did have students that were in Europe and France and other places, but the majority of my students were children and they were Asian. But that's not always the case. So what I will do is drop a link in the description below to give you information on finding these if you're interested at all in doing that, and giving you links so that you can get started, taking a look at what the requirements are, and also giving you some information on how to get that TEFL. I know there's like a bad glare from the ring light that I have in my glasses, so I'll take them off, although I'm still reading my list for the next one on my list. So the next one on the list is become a bird dog. Right, a bird dog. Have you ever heard of bird dog? So what is a bird dog? Similar to what a real bird dog is, it's someone who looks out. It's a person who looks and finds good real estate deals for real estate investors. So when I first started into real estate investing back in 2008, I was looking for someone to help me get into this business that I knew I wanted to get into. I just didn't know how. So I started looking around, trying to figure out how this all worked because I wanted to become a real estate investor. So my first step in becoming a real estate investor way back in the day in 2008, I got online and I started doing research, and I found the term bird dog. And I looked that up, and just essentially what that is, it's someone who maybe is not an investor themselves, but you know of a good deal. You know of a house that's vacant. You know of a family member who wants to sell their home and they need to do it quickly. You know of a property in your area that's burnt down or run down or an eyesore. You know of properties that you can then give to that real estate investor who can then fund that deal or make that deal happen. And in return, you get a set amount. So back in 2008, when I started, most bird dogs were getting $500 just for the information. So I want you to hear me say this. You don't do anything with your own money. All you have to do is give the information to maybe a property that you know of. A family member says, I got to get out of here. Or a tired landlord. He's tired of becoming a landlord. The upkeep is too much. You know about it. Maybe your parents have a home and now they're going to move into something smaller, or they're in an assisted living facility. They need to get rid of that home. Whatever the situation may be, you know about this property so that you can call this investor and you can give them the information. Where is the property? What is the address? What's the zip code? Is it vacant? Do you know who owns it? All of that information that they can then take and put into their search and determine if this would be a good deal. If they then sell that property, if they make a deal on that property, you get your money at closing. Back then it was $500. Now I'm seeing bird dogs make $1,000, $2,000, even $3,000 just for that referral information. So becoming a bird dog. So let me also say this. One of the ways that I really found to get started in the real estate investing business and to get a mentor, because I realized right away I needed a mentor. I just knew enough to be dangerous. I went on this website called Bigger Pockets, and I would highly suggest it If you are at all interested in real estate investing in beginning, and even if you are an established investor, it is a wonderful website full of information, guides, referrals, meetups, getting the opportunity to meet with other investors, places for newbies, places to fund your deal, places to get a deal, to find a deal, to list your deal. Bigger Pockets. It's a wonderful site, and they have podcasts that you can go on and learn about investing. And that is the place where I found my first mentor in real estate investing. I reached out to him on Bigger Pockets, and they kind of asked, well, what are you going to bring to the table? You know, I'm going to give all this knowledge and information to you, and what are you going to do? Because I made sure that I let them know I have no money and I do not know how to invest, but I'll work for it. And we met and we agreed that if I found the deal, so I was the bird dog, that he would then help me structure all of the paperwork, help me put it together, help me get it into title, help me get it closed, and we would split the proceeds. And that's exactly what we did. And I've been doing real estate investing on and off ever since then. So becoming a bird dog, if you want more information about becoming a bird dog, and if you're anywhere here in Texas where I'm always looking for bird dogs, I will drop that information down in the description below. The last one on my list goes hand in hand with becoming a bird dog. It is also in the real estate field, and it is becoming a real estate investor. Let me tell you, becoming a real estate investor has been hands down the way that I've made the most money in my life. And I even mean more than my 9-to-5 jobs. I am able to make $20,000, $30,000 on one deal done right. So becoming a real estate investor, though, is lots more work. And when I say that, there's so many different types of investing that you can do. It would take more than 1 or 2 videos to even get down into the depths of all of that. What kind of real estate investing do you want to do? Are you somebody who wants to buy properties and then hold them and maybe rent them out or have Airbnbs? Are you someone who wants to flip a property, get a property for a good deal? It might need some uptake. It might need to be refurbished or rehab. You do that work and then you sell it on the market for top dollar. Are you someone who just wants to do real estate notes, do note investing? Or are you someone who wants to wholesale? That is how I got into the business. After my bird dogging, I decided to become a wholesaler. And once again, a wholesaler, I don't have to have any money necessarily of my own. I don't flip any properties in the sense of I don't have to go in and do any of that work. What I actually flip is the contracts. I flip the contracts. So similar to a bird dog, you don't have to have a lot of money or any money to be entry, but there are some things that a legitimate wholesaling investor, you do need. You really do need to set up your LLC. You need to set up your company. I do have to let you know I am not a financial advisor, and I am not giving you financial advice of any type. But when you want to become a legitimate investor, you want to have your own business. And every state is different how you go in and set that business up. You want to also have your own business banking account. Think about it. It just looks so much better if that money is going to go into ABC business than into Sean's bank account. You know what I mean. Still both legit if it's done right, but it just looks much more professional. So it does take a little bit of time and a little bit of money. Each state is different to set up your business account and to set up your business banking, but you can do wholesaling without doing either one. When I first started, I did not have a business banking account and I did not have a business entity, but I was partnered with somebody who walked me through the deal. So what I do is I find properties that are not on the market, preferably, that need some work, that people are wanting to sell and sell fast. So they'll sell at a discount to get the money quickly, to get the money right away. Once I find that person and we negotiate the deal, I get a contract and I have them sign it, agreeing to the terms. I then take that contract to my local title company and I put that in the title company. And once that's there, and there's a time frame that I have on that contract, 30 days, 45 days, 60 days, that I've told the people that I have got the property from, bought it with the contract with no money, that I will have this house sold for them. While my contract is in the title company and they're running title to make sure everything's clear, I then go to my large pool of real estate investors that I've made connections with over the years, through Bigger Pockets, through meetups, through meeting people and getting to know people in my local market, and even getting online onto social media, getting onto websites, Facebook groups, and finding investors who are looking for properties. I then market that property. So let's say I found a 3-bedroom, 2-bath home that was about 20 years old. It has not had good upkeep, deferred maintenance, things are falling apart, and the taxes are past due. And the person said, I need to sell this home. And I said, okay, I can get this home to you for $50,000. They said, okay. The contract is in title, and then I go out and I look up some information online, and I find that the fair market value of this home is actually $185,000. So the difference between the $50,000 and the $185,000 is the area that I get to work in. That's a $135,000 difference. Well, remember, I'm not doing the work. I'm not going to be the one who's going to actually go in there and fix the property. So the biggest meat does need to go to the person who's going to do the biggest work. So I need to leave some meat on the bone for them. So I can take my cut. I can decide that I'm going to market this, and for my wholesale part commission, I'm going to get $5,000, or maybe it's $10,000, or maybe it's $12,000. Let's just say I've decided it's $12,000 because this house only needs about $6,000 or $7,000 or $8,000 worth of work. That still leaves meat on the bone for the end buyer. It's a numbers game. You do have to sit down and do some calculations, but that's all free labor. It's just time that you need to put in to do that. Remember, I said this one takes a little bit more time, but the dividends are so good. You can fund trips for one whole year with one $30,000 deal. Remember, I said that I was going to gradually talk to you about ways that required more work, and this definitely requires more work, but the dividends pay off. Within 30 days, getting that house under contract, taking that contract to your title company, getting an offer from your end buyer, marketing and getting that offer, and then that house closing, all you did was get the contract signed, find it, and you can make $5, $10, $15, $20, $30,000 and more, depending on the deal that you're making. So once again, if you're really interested in real estate investing, getting started, I do recommend Bigger Pockets. And drop down in the description link below, I have a book completely free, absolutely no charge, that gives you lots of valuable information on real estate investing, the different types of investing, and how you too can get started. And also, if you're interested in learning more, if you'd like me to produce any more videos about the real estate investing portion, the money that I then use to fund my travel, just drop that down in the comments below. So I really do hope that you have been able to get inspired, and that one of these ways is something that you think you would be able to do to go ahead and get some more money into your hands so that you can go on your traveling adventures. Now, as I stated in the beginning, there are other things that you can absolutely do that can help. You can decrease expenses. Get rid of some of those things that you just don't need in the year of 2023. Do you really need all those subscriptions to all of those channels, Netflix and Hulu and Amazon Prime, and the list goes on? Maybe there's something that you can cut there. Of course, you can do things like start an account specifically for travel and just determine that you're going to put $25 every month, or however much it is that you can possibly spare, into that account, and all that is for your traveling adventures. And there are so many other options that you can do to help stretch your money further and to help build a budget for traveling. But remember, this one is all about earning additional income. I hope that this information helps you and that it can propel you onto your next traveling adventures. Don't forget, check out all of the links down in the description below. I thank you so much for joining us, and I will catch you at the next adventure.